Oh, shows me going live over there. Okay.
I'm hungry. Maybe you want this? Scarlet, you want to eat?
Scarlet, please go to bed, okay?
Yes, Scarlet.
Dean, can you come back over here, please?
Bye, bye, bye. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, you can wave to the camera if you want.
Hi. Can you
Hold on, I'm just sending off something right now.
the breeze?
No, you can't stream Rumble Roses right now since I'm doing streaming right now, right, babes?
Oh no, you're gonna stream Rumble.
No, I'm doing something educational.
Thank you. Oh, you give me a tiny one.
You did the same thing.
A big one. A big one, please.
You broke it instead. He's actually going to kiss me. He grabbed took wrestling and broke his ears.
Sorry, Allison, I had no idea what you were talking about.
He told me to give me a big piece of toe chips and I gave him one and then he took a bit of wrestling and I kind of broke his hand.
Okay. Wait, where'd Dean go? Oh, he's over there.
Nothing comes from.
Well, I guess before I get too far into things, I should actually explain to people what I'm doing. So tonight, if some of you, actually most of you probably haven't heard since I'm not all that popular on the internet, I'm getting ready to root my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. And God, that is a mouthful every time I have to say that, because that's a lot of words just for one device. But, here it is. It's just hooked up to my computer right now, and we'll just fumble through the process of rooting this thing. I've rooted other devices, plenty of them in the past that were fast boot based, but here I get to go back to Samsung and deal with Odin. So I guess I should just share off what I'm doing right now. Allison, if you wanted to watch, you're welcome to watch, but I'm not sure if you'll understand what I'm doing. This is just live streaming stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at what I'm dealing with. I'm just starting off my screen capture for the Android, or in this case, the Tab S9 Ultra. I'm just going to call it the Tab S, just because that's way too long of a name.
Hey guys, what's up? Streaming one day. One day.
Well, when you're old enough to stream solo, yeah, you can have your own channel.
I'll be able to stream one day.
I mean, think about it this way. I'm old enough to stream. I have my own channel. I'm not popular anyway. I'm just doing this for fun.
What about me?
One day.
Oh, hey, Dean. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting distracted with that. You know what? This is part of the fun of it, right? Live streaming, no editing. Okay, so let's take a look at what I got here. All right. You guys can see this is the Tab S9 Ultra. This is the US Wi-Fi only model.
USA.
Yep, I was not rich enough to get the cellular model. Okay, so where on earth do we start? Now, I did do some pre-downloading of stuff before I did this, because normally when you root something, you're going to need stock firmware. That basically means stock software that came with your tablet. Now, where did I get all this stuff from? samfw.com. To me, that's kind of a funny, immature name. I mean, I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. But yeah, samfw.com. You look for your device there. Me, I already downloaded this because if I had downloaded this on the live stream, that would take a while. So let's go ahead and bring everyone else up to speed. All right, so I already have a folder here for my Tab S stuff.
Genshin Impact.
Yeah, no, old Genshin Impact stuff. All right, so Odin. That's an application that's used to flash software on the Samsung devices, whether it's a phone or a tablet. So you'll end up needing that no matter what you do for a Samsung device. And then this is the firmware that I downloaded from samfw.com. Now, when you download it, it's going to be a zip file. I extracted it to this folder, so all the contents of that zip file is here. Okay, I got these files. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Well, let's go back to the tablet. Actually, wait. I'm going to need something from here first. So normally... Oh, hey, Dean. Hold on, guys. I have a baby coming in. Hey, Dean, what you doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
But he was screaming.
Yeah, I know. He was screaming along and stuff. Okay, so normally if I'm dealing with a fast boot device like, let's say, a Google Pixel or a Xiaomi device, I need to use Magisk, just the Magisk application, to patch the init_boot file. Now you notice that doesn't really exist on the Surface over here. What I have to do is patch this file, this AP file. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, since I have this I was about to say computer. Now that I have this tablet hooked up to my computer, I can copy and paste this stock version of the file to my tablet. Let's go ahead and do that. If you guys hear some motor spinning thing going on, that's my son playing with the remote control car.
Baby fox.
All right, so we're going to paste this AP file here. This is a giant file. I think it's a like 12, 14 gigabyte file. It says 23 minutes, but I highly doubt it'll take 23 minutes to get there. Yeah, Allison, this is the magic of live streaming. Since there's no editing, if you make a mistake, everyone will see. But then I make a lot of mistakes every time I live stream, so it's fine.
I'm just collecting rocks in the background.
You know, I don't think people can see that you're collecting rocks in the background, Allison.
Oh yeah, I'm just doing rocks. That's how you steal the hair. Which means you don't.
Well, yeah, I think they abandoned those rocks, Allison.
I still have my rocks.
Me, I'm one of those weirdos that likes to watch the progress bar go.
Except when Sassy has fumed and starts to be slow. Slower than it needs to be.
Yep. Okay, we're almost done over here. Alright, so we have the stock AP file here. Let's go back to the tablet. Hey, Dean.
Hi, Daddy.
Alright, so we're back at the tablet. Similar to my last live stream, what I need to do is install the Magisk APK. That's not the same as rooting the device. I'm just installing the Magisk app, and I'm going to use it to patch that AP file. So, oh, I was already here. Okay. I just want to show off the main page for Magisk, because without them, none of this is possible. Alright, so they are on GitHub. That is where you find the official Magisk stuff. Now, you can go to random places. I wouldn't trust it. I would go directly to GitHub. Hey, Dean, I see you over there.
You can't see me.
Alright, let's go ahead and download this APK.
Daddy, you can't
I already
see me.
downloaded it.
Daddy, you can see me.
But for demo purposes, let's just download it again, just because I can.
Daddy, you know what?
We're going to
See me.
install this. Alright.
I got
Magisk is
you.
installed. Alright, let's go ahead and close this. I don't need that. Go to my files. And this is saved to internal storage. This is where I copied it earlier. But we don't need... We need to go to Magisk. We don't need to go to my files.
That way.
Alright, Magisk, where are you? Oh yeah, and disclaimer, during this process, the tablet will be wiped. So if you're following along, you want to try this on your own, Be sure to back up all your stuff first. Me, I don't care about anything on this tablet, so
Oh, duh.
yeah, it's just gonna
I
get
can
wiped
tell.
regardless. Oh yeah, Allison, you know I wipe a bunch of devices. I already have backups of my stuff.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, sure, Majisk, you are allowed. You shall send me notifications. All right. Now that we're in Majisk, we go to install,
Don't hit
select
me.
patch file, and there's our AP file. Let's go. Full send. Alright, Allison, by the end of the night, I'll find out if I get a rooted tablet that can spoof Pokemon Go, or I'll find out if I have a brick.
Mommy, hey, Daddy.
Yes, Dean?
This is mine.
You know, I have no idea if that's your bag of rocks.
I don't know. It's been abandoned, so I don't know.
This is mine.
Cool. We got the message saying that's done. Where did it save to? According to this, it got saved to my downloads folder on the tablet. So let's go there. Bye, Majisk. Alright. Downloads folder. Giant patched file. Okay. We gotta copy this over to the computer so we can use it later. I'm gonna refresh the internal storage for this.
Yeah, I'm scared what he's doing.
Go to the downloads folder. This is me just navigating through the tablet. I'm just using the computer to do that. Let's go to details. I'm kind of blind when I see a bunch of icons there. Alright. Sort by size. There we go. Copy that. I'm going to bring that to my Tab S9 Ultra stuff. Now this is the old AP file. We're not going to flash this one, so I'm just going to call it old, just to make it easier for me to see. Dean Mans, you okay? Alright, let's paste.
No.
See, this is what wigs me out sometimes. I see tar.md5 and I see tar here. I figured this should all be MD5, but hey, if something goes wrong, well, no, that's on me. We'll just go with it. Well, to give you some context, Allison, I am out of warranty on this anyway, so there's even less that I care about. Sorry, Allison, I don't think the camera can shoot all the way down to the rocks over there.
Ah, shit. Okay, we got. No, wait. Can you see it? I think.
They might be able to see it from there.
This is when rocks have been abandoned. These are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, those rocks look better than my face.
Yeah, look. And then there's actually, I think, like, I forgot what it's called. And some of these are actually pretty small. Where's my friend?
Oh, no.
No, stop. That's the biggest rock. And then,
I don't eat those, man.
why would you?
Because it looks like rock candy.
But do I feel you probably ate
Ha
potato?
ha 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 ha.
Hey, Dean, don't play with those.
And
Okay?
there's a couple of these pink rocks.
All right.
Cute.
Now we got our patched Majisk file here. That's on our desktop. Now we can try to unlock the bootloader for the Tab S. Now that, unfortunately, I don't think I can just show you by doing something like this, where you guys see my entire tablet screen. So I'm going to probably do that off camera. Every now and then I'll try to flash it this way so you guys see what's going on. But even then, I already know. During a live stream, staring at this through a webcam, it's not going to be clear regardless. So I'll just explain what I'm seeing.
Here's burger. Here's your burger.
So, all right,
I hope you like the burger.
Dean Mans, can you go check on mommy to see if she's okay?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
You say no burger, just my face.
All right, so what I'm doing right now, I got to power off the Tab S9 so I can bring it into, what is it? I gotta bring it into the mode for me to unlock the bootloader. And to do that, I have to power off. Then I have to hold down both the volume buttons and then plug it into the PC. So I'm not using the power button. Yes, Dean.
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Yes,
Hey, Daddy.
Dean.
What was that? I'm not okay.
She's not okay? Well, we already knew she was not okay.
But I'm okay too.
No, you're not.
Alright, we'll see what this takes us. I have both my power buttons. I have both my volume buttons pressed down, and I have it plugged into my PC. And I see a bunch of Asian text. Even though I look like some Asian guy, I'm pretty much a white guy.
Yeah, he's Mexican.
No, Allison, you can't say that kind of stuff on screen. It's considered racist, right? Remember I told you about that?
Yeah.
You can't walk up to people and say what you think they are or what you think they identify as, because it's considered racist. And not right. You keep that to yourself, okay? Alright, anyway, guys, before I was rudely interrupted, this is what this screen looks like. Asian text. Well, Google Translate can probably help with that, but really, it just means press volume down to unlock the bootloader. So, I'll go ahead and long play. That says down to restart. Okay, this is volume up.
Here's your cake.
So I have to hold down volume up to unlock.
This looks like pure sadness from my school.
Oh, cake is your better.
What
Okay.
I mean is I was horrible.
Let's see how this goes.
Dean, what I mean is I was horrible.
It's cake.
Allison, what did you make that's making him stare off at all this?
What?
I'm doing collecting rocks. He's making stuff.
Okay, now I see another screen. It's asking me to confirm if I want to unlock the bootloader. Volume up for yes. Volume down for no. Well, I came here to root this thing, so yes it is. Alright, bootloader is unlocked. Oh, I went a little bit too far ahead. I should have showed you guys the settings that you need to put in before you can unlock the bootloader. No worries. I'll show it to you guys after this fully boots up. I'm getting this warning message now saying that, your bootloader is unlocked and it's inherently less secure, but right now I don't care. I want this to be less secure. Hey Dean, hopefully you're okay over there. Alright, the Samsung tablet is just doing its thing right now. Since it just got wiped, it's probably going through some initial setup stuff. Yep, the first boot usually takes the longest. So now I'm here at the welcome screen. So I'm just going to type in or skip as much of this as I can and then get back to sharing my screen so you guys can see what exactly I'm doing. Technically, I don't want to agree to your policy, Samsung, but you won't let me say no. Set up manually. No, I don't want Wi-Fi right now. Yeah, let's skip that. Skip all this. No, I don't want my diagnostic info out there.
Hey, Reddit's back. There's no Reddit. There's the Reddit.
Okay. Alright, allow. Alright. Let me try to get my screen shared again so you guys can see what I'm doing. As usual, you have to go into developer options for this. So I'm just going to the About Tablet section, tap the build number several times, and then we should get into developer mode. All right, let's see here. Okay, there's my build number. Let's go into developer mode. Cool. Oh, is that option gone? Sorry, guys, I'm talking about something else right now. I'm wondering if that option is gone because I already unlocked the bootloader. It might be gone. Hold on. Oh, it's gone. Which it doesn't matter. At least for what I want to do, it doesn't matter right now. But let me share my screen again. So this is what I'm seeing on my tab S. Normally, within these first few fields over here, you would see something called OEM unlocking. You would have to check off that box before you can go into the bootloader or go into that bootloader mode that I was in earlier and have the option to unlock. So you do have to enable that first, but I don't see it here anymore, and most likely it's because I already unlocked the bootloader. And then there's USB debugging. You should have that enabled before you try to unlock your bootloader as well. Sorry for not showing that first. That I should have showed you guys that first, but I was going a little bit too fast. Okay. Bootloader's unlocked. We have confirmed all that, so I need to get back into download mode. That way we can get into Odin and start flashing the patched file. Of course. All because I wiped the tablet. Holding down the power button brought up Gemini instead of the power menu. Unplug that for a bit. Power off. And we gotta get into download mode. Hey, Dean. Sorry guys, this is not getting into download mode like how I normally do, so I gotta do some Googling around. Try to find out how to get into download mode on this. Oh, really? That's how they do it now? Of course. See, this shows how dated my knowledge is. The process I was using to get to download mode applied to older Samsung devices. I'm dealing with a newer one, so the process is different. Alright, so I gotta start this over again. Okay, let's try this again. All right. I am in download mode, so let's see if I can do what I set out to do. Okay. I'm just trying to match up all the files to each one over here. It's usually defined by the prefix that you see over there. BL goes to BL. AP. We're using our flash. Our flash version of it. I don't think there's a CP file there. Nope, no CP file. CSC. Okay. These are just default. I haven't changed anything there. Let's start. You know, every time you do something like this, it's always creepy. Or it gives me the heebie-jeebies, because sometimes it's like it fails, and I'm stuck in Odin mode or download mode, whatever you want to call it. Then you keep trying again, and eventually it works, and then you boot up, you see a black screen, and that's it. Always nerve-wracking, but hey, that's the name of the game, man. Hey, Allison, you okay over there?
Yeah.
No one's bothering you, right?
It's only you and me here. I don't know where Dean went.
Oh, Dean's probably bothering his mom right now. Shows me going live. Alright, hopefully all these bars goes across without any problems. And Allison, if I mess this up so bad and your mom finds out, she's gonna notice that we're down a tablet.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're down a tablet. Whatever shall we do with our other tablets and iPads sitting around? But that means if I mess this one up, we're missing a giant tablet.
I'm pretty sure it was only this for Dean anyways.
Yeah, I know. Some people, they just mind melt in front of the tablet. Up, up. Progress is happening. Okay, I see a pass. That better be good. Usually it is good. All right. Tablet's just booting up right now with its usual warning screen of having a unlocked bootloader. That's funny. The warning message says this phone is not running Samsung's official software. It's just a generic message. I mean, it's technically a tablet, but whatever. Oh, it needs me to factory reset? I thought it would have done that for me already. Okay. Factory reset. Yeah, I got brought back here because it couldn't load properly, so looks like I got a factory reset. And that's the kind of stuff that's kind of scary when you do this kind of stuff, especially the first time you're doing this kind of stuff. You see all these warning messages, suddenly there's extra steps before you can turn it on, and you're just not familiar with it. This is just the first boot that's having issues. As long as you can get past the first boot, everything else should just seem normal. Yeah, so earlier you guys already saw during the first boot after flashing the patched file, this thing was going aggro about not being able to load software. And then I got redirected to the recovery menu to do a factory reset, but now we're all good. Let's just hope I can get to the actual screen to play around with stuff. Whenever I can, I will start sharing my screen again. I know right now I just can't do that at the moment. Yes, set up manually. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll connect to my network now. You know, I probably should have researched this more before I started doing this. This is one of those things where I kind of looked at instructions for about 2 minutes or so and then dove right in, just because I think I can get away with experience. But obviously, you guys saw me mess up every now and then. And then I had my little one kind of running around. He's still running around right now, I think. So I'm kind of working distracted and just relying on experience to just do a lot of this. Let's see here. No, I don't want to copy data.
Daddy, come my papa.
Hey, Dean. How's it going?
I got my papa and this.
Sign in with Google?
Mommy, can you go over?
No, I'm not going to sign in with Google right now.
Hey, Daddy.
Actually, wait. I'm probably going to have to, just because I need Pokemon Go from Play Store, right?
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Dean.
I got my backpack.
Yeah, your backpack. Man, it's a little too late for school right now. Oh, you took my toys, man.
You put it on mine. Did you put it on mine?
Yeah, hold on, Dean. I'm just signing into some stuff right now. Alright, gotta do the 2FA thing.
No, can you put it on, Daddy? Daddy, can you put it on?
I mean, I can help you get that into your backpack, but I don't think I can get everything on.
Please.
Yeah, let's see. Alright, Dean, you wanna compute C? Actually, I'm not sure if you can. There you go.
Bumblebee?
Yep, of course. I have a bunch of these little toys. A Bumblebee, and then this is Soundwave.
Get your Daddy.
Alright, Dean, here you go.
Did you find this on Dollar Tree?
Yeah, that was from Dollar Tree.
Daddy,
Protect my tablet? No, I don't want a pin.
Okay, see you later, Daddy.
No, I don't want scanning. No, I don't want my diagnostics. Meet Gemini. I've met Gemini before.
My stuff is so beautiful. Look, Daddy.
No, I don't want a Samsung account.
Hey, look. Daddy, you never put it on this. It's put it on this.
Yay, dark mode. Yep, just going through all the setup stuff, but don't worry, I'll share my screen shortly. I can close out Odin. I don't need that right now. No, I don't want these recommended apps.
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Yes, Dean.
Hi.
Hey.
I asked this for
You can sit next to me if you want.
I asked this for you in my backpack.
Alright, we're at the desktop screen.
I asked this for you in my backpack.
Alright, let's get back into developer mode so I can enable USB debugging so you guys can actually see my screen.
Hey, Daddy.
Yes, Dean.
What are you doing?
Daddy's actually doing something either really, really right or really, really wrong.
Why? Why, Daddy?
To the general population, I'm probably doing something really, really wrong.
What?
Oh, OEM unlocking came back. Okay, cool. Now I can probably show you guys what that screen or that field was that you should enable. All right. Yes, allow.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
There we go. So here in developer options, what you should have done before you try to unlock the bootloader is you need to enable this OEM unlocking option. If it's not enabled, then it's not going to work. If you don't even see it here before you start doing this, there's a good chance that you don't have that option. Now, if you do see it and it's just grayed out and doesn't even give you the option to enable it, then it's pretty much the same thing. I don't think you're going to have the option of unlocking the bootloader and rooting. Okay, so we got that squared away. Magisk is here. Cool. You know, I'm going to set this down, dude. This thing is freaking massive. This is why I have a mouse and keyboard. Yes, I do want to allow Magisk to make changes and install stuff. I would love to compromise my information. Alright, there we go. Requires additional setup. This is a good sign. If you really look at what's going on over here, it does say in the background that Magisk version 29 stable is installed, and it requires additional setup. So this is looking good. Let's go OK. And then after the reboot, I'll share my screen again.
Daddy, I need my
Sorry,
homework
let me
over
try
there.
to see if anyone's leaving messages in the
Daddy,
chat.
Daddy,
I
I need
highly
my homework
doubt
over
it.
there. Daddy, I need my homework.
Wait, what?
I need my homework in my backpack.
Oh, your homework.
Homework in my backpack.
Here you go. Here you go, mate. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
What was it?
I'm responding to a chat right now. So the person was sending in the messages, I do apologize for not seeing your messages sooner. I'm kind of distracted by what my kids are doing, then doing all this rooting stuff. I'm just kind of just focused on that, so I do apologize about that. But yeah, ideally, what you should do is have a list of instructions in front of you. I actually don't have that. Like, I think I might have mentioned this a bit earlier. I'm just going off of past experience for most of this. Okay, so my tablet finally rebooted. Let me share the screen again so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, now we're back in business. Let's open up Magisk again. Let's see how we're looking. Okay, installed. Magisk is not enabled yet, but this is normal. That's just the default settings for that. We would have to enable that later. Or you know what? I'll just enable that now. What am I tripping out about? Now, similar to all the other setups I've done, I'm going to enable systemless host because I do plan on putting in an ad blocker anyway. And then we will enable Magisk. Reboot to apply changes. So it looks like I got to reboot again, but this is a normal process of doing root. Quite a bit of reboots when you're doing this initially. But then after you get your initial setup done, you're not going to notice as many reboots at all. See, just rebooting stuff. Now we got to see, after this initial boot up, I keep calling it initial boot up. It's not an initial boot up. We've been booting up for a while. But this is pretty much the first time I'm restarting this tablet. And I have Zajisk enabled. So we want to make sure that we can at least run the Pokemon Go application. So let's head on over to the Play Store. So we're taking this out in phases. Consider this validation testing. So we got root and we confirmed it. What we want to do is to at least confirm that we can run the Pokemon Go application with root. Okay, so there's Pokemon Go. It does show up in our Play Store. And you can see all my other random devices here. Now, when it comes to the sign-in process, I'm going to stop sharing my screen at that point, just because I know if I start typing in my password, because of how the on-screen keyboard works, I'm basically exposing a password if I share my screen while I'm doing that. Oh, you're trying to figure out where to get the files. Yeah, let me bring up my browser again. So I went to samfw.com. So when you go here, you can enter in your device name or model code. So in my case, SMX910, that is the Tab S Ultra that I have, the Wi-Fi model. And then that's where I got my files from. You have to pick the country that you're from. There's Asia, Europe, North America. So I'm from the United States, for example. So if I go here, I can get the version that matches what I currently have. Now, I did update my tablet, I believe a couple of months ago. So that's why I'm using the newest version here. If you haven't updated your tablet yet, you should try to use the one that matches your current version. And you can find that in the About Tablet section. You can always find out what version of the software you're running. Okay, so Pokemon Go is installed. Cool. Oh, I should show you about the About Tablet section. So if you go there, About Tablet, you can get your model number there. Software information. This should give you a good idea of which version you should download from the website. Always a good indicator to look at your patch level as well. So you can always go into that website, check the patch file as well, but you can also find these version numbers there too. I'm hoping that does help you out, so I'll put it in the chat too. I went to samfw.com. I should specify the stock firmware files. Okay. Alright, so I think we're done there for now. Let's bring back up the tablet. Oh yeah, I mentioned that I was gonna put in my login info for Pokemon Go with the screen off, and that's just a security thing. Let me go ahead and sign in and make sure the application works. Alright, so the application at least runs, but what really matters is if you can actually sign in. Now, I am just going to use one of my trap accounts here. Okay, trap account number 1. What is this? What is this? Okay. Yes, Dean, what's going on? Hey. Cool. All right. I actually remembered my password. Okay, Pokemon Go. Yes, you are allowed to send me notifications. Sure, you can use my location. All right, so just to share my screen again. Now you can see from the top. Okay, I'm actually signed in. It's raining right now, but yes, it actually does work. Oh, I don't have swipe gestures in. I've become a fanboy of using swipe gestures now. You know, I'm wondering if I can run Pokemon Go in windowed mode. That would be cool. Actually, wait. Let's bring this to my home screen. Like, will it? No. Okay, it's probably because I don't have desktop mode enabled, which is fine. For demonstration purposes, we just need to know if a few things work. So now, so far, let's run down the list. Yes, we have confirmed that we can root. And yes, we have confirmed that Pokemon Go runs and you can actually sign in. There's no point in doing the rest of the steps if you can't even sign into the game and play. All right, now the mock locations part. Let me make this a bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing on the tablet. Okay. So the next step would be to install the LSPOS module. Now the original LSPOS module, that was designed for older versions of Android, so we're going to use a forked version of it that's optimized for newer versions of Android. So here I am on my tablet. We're gonna look for relSPOS, and this is the one we want. Okay, there's our latest release over there. And we're using the one for Zidges. Yeah, I know, Dean. I know it's late, but don't worry, I will be done soonish. Alright, it's downloaded. We good so far? Let's bring Magisk over to the home screen just to make it easier. Alright. So we're here. Yes, we have Magisk installed. Okay. Now we want to go to modules. Install from storage. There's our LSPOS module. Let's get that installed. Cool. Now we got to reboot again. All right, reboot. To the person that's sending in messages, thanks for sending in messages. Now, that's just on YouTube. I got to check in on the other platform. And, I do all this for fun. I'm definitely not popular enough to get paid for any of this. This is all for fun. All right, tablet is booted up. Let's share the screen again. There we go. Since I'm here anyway, and I'm very sure I'm going to have to reboot again anyway, I'm just going to go to developer options and see if I can enable those desktop modes that I was talking about. Maybe that'll allow me to get everything running in its own windows. Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. We'll restart later. Yeah, sure. Why not? Restart later. Okay. Okay, so what did we just do earlier? We installed the lspose module. Yeah, are you enabled? Okay, it is there. lspose is loaded. Definitely a good sign so far. Yes, welcome to lsposed. So far, this is all good signs. But what I want to do first, and of course we have to check this, we have to make sure the game runs. Because if it doesn't, there is no point in going through with the rest. And this is me about this checking in on every step. Okay, cool. Wait, do I have my freeform options? That's just split screen. Oh, hey, cool. What I was looking for. Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright. Now that I know, that's all good. Let's put this back to landscape mode. I'm going to make this bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's go back to lsposed. Okay, so we're going to go to the repository and look for hide mock locations. Hide mock location, the pie monster. That is the one that I normally use. Let's go ahead and get this downloaded and installed. Let's get our latest, and we'll take that APK. Yes, Chrome, you may be allowed to install stuff. All right, cool. lspose is sending me a message at the top. It's just telling us that we need to activate the module that we just installed, which was the hide mock location module. That is enabled, but you're going to notice in this list, you're not going to see Pokemon Go. And that's because by default, this list does not show games. Go to 3 dots in the corner, go to this hide section. We are going to unhide games. All right. And there's Pokemon Go. We're going to check the box next to Pokemon Go because we want to hide mock locations from that game. Okay. I'm just going to open this again just to make sure things still run. Okay. Cool. Things are still running. Looking good. Now, what do I want to do next? The next step now is to pick your poison on what spoofing application you want to install. Now, in all my past videos, you guys probably noticed I had a customized spoofing application. Now, as much as I like that application, I can't use it right now. And that's because that application, I have not optimized it for the newer versions of Android. It works up to Android 14, but when it gets to Android 15 and 16, it crashes on launch. So I need to spend some time to optimize that app for the newer versions of Android. Eventually I'll get the time, but for today, I'm just going to use a different app that I know works on Android 16. So we are going to go to the app Ninjas. Here's a joystick. Now you can find this in the Play Store, but the developer's website, they have the fully unlocked version there, which is the better version. So we'll go ahead and get our 64-bit version of that app. Okay, file downloaded. Let's go ahead and open this up. Install. Got it. Install anyway. Now you're going to see me go through this installation twice, and the reason for that is mainly paranoia. Some Pokemon Go spoofing history. In the earlier days of spoofing, which I call the golden era of spoofing, I guess in one of the Pokemon Go updates, they put a blacklist in there where if you had certain applications installed on your phone, you could not even sign into the application, or you can sign into the application, but you would not be allowed to actually play the game. Now, some misconception out here. People thought that they were banned when they saw that message. No, you were not banned. It was just the game enforcing a blacklist. So once you uninstall those applications that were on a blacklist, then you would be allowed to fully sign into the game. I'm not sure if that blacklist is still around, but me being paranoid, I'm just going to do it anyway and just use privacy mode that's on here. It's at the top. It basically creates a version of the app that has a different name, or a different system name. So we're going to generate this. I'm just going to call it Dennis. Yeah, I know, how original. I'm just going to put my own name in there. Okay, yes, you shall be allowed to install this. And yes, install anyway. No, don't send for diagnostics. Okay. We're done with that. So what I'll do now, I'll uninstall this version that's here. Oh, sorry. Held down the button a bit too long over there. Uninstall, and we're just going to keep this other one. Oh, it automatically went to landscape. You know what? Maybe I'll just work in landscape mode this whole time. Just to make it a little easier for everybody. Alright, let's try to get this up and running for spoofing. Nope, I'm not going to like anything right now. And then I'll put in some of my own settings here that, you know, whatever settings I'm putting in, I'm not sure if they actually do anything for the game itself or for overall stability. I'm just trying to mimic the settings that I had on the other applications that I'm used to. And why not put that to 10? We'll put this to 10 too, just because we can. I don't think you guys actually have to do this. This is just me messing with settings. Alright, let's go ahead and set a location. Oh wait, I haven't put this as my mock location app yet. Let's go ahead and do that first. So let's go in settings. Developer options. And we're going to scroll down to mock locations. Select, you know, it would be easier if you guys saw this in landscape mode. I think it would be easier to read since I can make everything bigger. Alright. Select mock location app. So there, that's where we pick our spoofing application. Let's go back to GPS joystick. And of course, that brought me back to landscape mode. I think this joystick just enforces portrait mode, so that's why that happened. Let's go ahead and set a location. We'll pick something on a map. Alright, and we'll go to every spoofer's favorite place, which is Pier 39. Okay. Let's go there. Start draw over permission. Okay. So what this is asking for is the app needs permissions to act as an overlay. So let's all go ahead and go to settings. We'll try to change that. There we go. Up here on top, overlay. The setting might be called something different in different manufacturers or different versions of Android, but they all mean the same thing. Yes, you shall have permissions for notifications. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's open up Pokemon Go. And it takes me right there. I walk around. Pumpkaboo, are you shiny? No, you're not shiny. Whalmer, you shiny? No, you're not shiny. Okay. Now would probably be a good time to experiment with Pokemon, but for now, this is probably... Hey, a shiny! Hey, Allison! Allison, you want to catch the shiny? Allison, you want to catch a shiny? You get to use the big tab with it. There you go. Usually that guy's orange.
Yeah, I forgot how to do this.
Oh, you missed!
I forgot how to
Yeah. Well, days. No, you didn't stay. Yes. You want to feed? Whatever you want. This is my trap account, or my Chrono account. Yeah. Alright. No. Here. Mind if I give it a go? Actually, you know what? You give it another. Maybe you might want to give him a gold. You want to something next? Golden. Ooh, you got a curved break throw. Hey, thanks, Allison. It didn't take long. I mean, honestly, you haven't done this for a while. You did fine, babes.
Last time I did this was like third grade?
I have no idea.
I don't know, maybe second.
Ooh, you got a shiny pumpkin. Now, unfortunately, me being a cheap person, I didn't buy extra Pokemon storage or items. So, that might be all that we're catching for today. What was it? Oh yeah, you noticed I'm a man. Usually I dress up my avatar as a female. But since this is that I don't care about. Okay. That is weird. Now, is this the only thing I'm going to do on here? No. You guys are still around. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next one whenever I randomly decide to do another live stream. But for now, I got to get to bed. So, good night, everybody.